Think you're crushing push-ups or dips right now? Here's a hard truth that might sting a little. If your shoulders ache, your elbows bark, or your chest never seems to grow, it's probably not because you're weak. It's because you're doing these moves almost right, and almost is where injuries live. Let me ask you something. When you drop down for push-ups or hop onto dip bars, are you training your muscles or slowly grinding down your joints without realizing it? Most people jump into push-ups and dips because they look simple. No machines, no fancy setup, just body weight. But that simplicity is deceptive. I see the same mistakes over and over. In push-ups, hips sag like a broken bridge, shoulders shrug up toward the ears, elbows flare out like chicken wings. In dips, people dive way too deep, shoulders roll forward, and suddenly their body weight is hanging off tiny shoulder structures that were never meant to take that load. And the scary part? You can still do a lot of reps like this, until one day, your shoulder says, "We're done." Now here's where it gets interesting. Push-ups and dips aren't enemies. One isn't good and the other bad. They're tools, powerful tools, but only if you respect how the body is built. Think of your body like a high-rise building. Your arms are not the foundation. Your shoulders aren't either. The foundation is your core and your shoulder position. If that foundation is unstable, it doesn't matter how strong your arms are. The structure above starts to crack. Let's start with push-ups, because this is where most people lie to themselves. They think the goal is to touch the floor and push back up. That's it. But the real goal is to move your body as one solid unit. Right now, if I watched you do a push-up, would your chest hit first, or would your hips sneak down early? Here's a light bulb moment. A push-up is basically a moving plank. If you can't hold a strong plank, your push-up is already compromised. When you set up, your hands shouldn't be jammed way out to the sides, and they shouldn't be glued under your shoulders either. Aim for just slightly wider than shoulder width. Now, before you even bend your arms, squeeze your glutes and brace your core like someone's about to poke you in the stomach. Imagine you're screwing your hands into the floor. This gently rotates your elbows so they point back at about a 30 to 45 degree angle, not straight out. That tiny adjustment alone can save your shoulders. As you lower down, don't think drop, think control. Your chest and hips should descend together, like an elevator, not a seesaw. Feel your shoulder blades, move naturally, not pinned, not shrugged. And here's the tease I'll leave you with for now. The way you push back up matters just as much as how you go down. Most people rush this part and miss half the benefit. Now let's talk dips, because this is where ego really shows up. Dips look impressive, so people force depth they haven't earned. They sink lower and lower, chasing that stretch, while their shoulders roll forward like they're collapsing into themselves. Ask yourself honestly, are you feeling dips in your chest and triceps, or in the front of your shoulders in a way that feels sketchy? A proper dip starts before you bend your elbows. You press down into the bars and lift your body by setting your shoulders first, down and slightly back, like you're proud of your posture. Your chest stays tall, not caved in. As you descend, your elbows bend back, not out, and you only go as low as your shoulders can control without rolling forward. That extra deep rep everyone brags about? For many people, that's where shoulder problems are born. Here's the key connection between push-ups and dips that most people never realize. Both demand shoulder control before arm strength. If your shoulders aren't stable, your arms are just compensating. That's why some people can bench heavy but still wreck themselves on bodyweight moves. So here's your first challenge before the next episode. Drop down right now and do 5 slow push-ups, focusing only on staying rigid from head to heels. Then, if you do dips, try 5 controlled reps where you stop before your shoulders roll forward. Notice how different it feels. Less strain, more control, more power. In the next part, I'll show you how to dial these movements in even deeper. Small tweaks that instantly make them safer, stronger, and more effective. Stay with me. Your shoulders will thank you. Alright, now that you felt that difference, let us build on it, because this is where most people either level up or stay stuck forever. You already know that shoulder control comes before arm strength. But here's the next light bulb moment. Range of motion only matters if you own it. More is not better. Better is better. Let's go back to push-ups for a second. You're braced, your elbows are at a safer angle, your body is moving as one piece. Good. Now here's the mistake even experienced. People they lose tension at the bottom. They relax, bounce, or sink into their shoulders like the floor is doing half the work. That's like dropping a weight on your chest and calling it strength. Instead, imagine there's a thin sheet of glass under your chest. You want to hover just above it, not crash into it. Pause there for half a second. Feel the stretch across your chest and the tension in your arms and core. That pause turns a basic push-up into a muscle-building machine. Now let's talk about the push back up. This is huge. Don't just push. Think about pushing the floor away from you. That mental cue changes everything. As you rise, your shoulder blades should glide naturally, not pinch together and not wing out. At the top, don't fully relax. Lock out gently, keep your core tight, and feel your chest and triceps still engaged. Ask yourself, did that rep feel smooth and powerful, or shaky and rushed? Here's a quick test. If your neck is craning forward at the top, or your shoulders are creeping toward your ears, something's off. Strength should feel stable, not frantic. Now let's move back to dips, and this is where I want you to forget everything social media told you. Dips are not about dropping as low as possible. They're about controlled shoulder movement under load. When you start at the top, your arms are straight, but you're not hanging. You're actively pushing the bars down, shoulders set, chest open. Imagine you're trying to make yourself taller. As you descend, think slow. If you're falling, you're not controlling it. Your elbows track back, your torso leans just slightly forward, not collapsing, just enough to keep tension on the chest and triceps. And here's the key question at the bottom. Can you pause there without pain or wobbling? If the answer is no, you went too low. That's your body telling you the truth. A lot of people feel dips, mostly in the front of their shoulders, and think that's normal. It's not a badge of honor. It's a warning sign. When done right, you should feel a deep stretch in the chest, solid work in the triceps, and your shoulders should feel supported, not stressed. Now let's connect the dots between push-ups and dips at an intermediate level. Push-ups teach you full body tension and scapular control in a horizontal push. Dips demand even more shoulder stability in a vertical push. If your push-ups are sloppy, your dips will expose that weakness fast. That's why some people suddenly get shoulder pain when they add dips. It was already there, just hidden. Here's a simple progression strategy most people skip. Before adding reps or weight, add quality. Slow your tempo, add pauses. Own every inch of the movement. 5 perfect push-ups with a pause will build more usable strength than 20 rushed ones. Same with dips. Control beats ego every time. Now for an advanced tweak that changes everything. Breathing. Most people hold their breath or breathe randomly. Instead, inhale as you lower. Controlled, calm. Exhale as you push up or press out of the dip. That breath supports your core like an internal weight belt. Suddenly, everything feels more connected and powerful. Let me ask you this. If someone filmed your last set, would it look strong or just busy? Because strength has a certain look to it. Calm, controlled, confidence. Here's your next challenge. Set a timer for 2 minutes. Do as many perfect push-ups as you can, stopping the second your form slips. Then, if dips are in your routine, do the same. Slow, controlled reps only. Don't chase numbers. Chase mastery. In the final part, I'll break down how to choose between push-ups and dips for your goals. Chest growth, tricep strength, shoulder safety, and how to combine them into a shoulder-friendly routine that actually works. Saint A locked in. You're closer than you think.